was foul about it, but no cutting me. Jay does what he does, I do what I do. I don't want Jay's life. If I wanted it, I'd still be there. I want my life. I wanted to do a television network. I wanted to do Rachel Roy. I didn't want to be around that shit anymore. And I can't even get away from it now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was my choice. I had no desire to be in that world at all. Those people were not cool to me. That environment was not cool to me. Those guys didn't make me laugh. It wasn't what I wanted. They weren't doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something to have my point of view, and I knew the only way to get it done was to fund it myself. But everyone seemed to make things look like it's something that is completely not, and that's fine with me because I don't care. I don't give a fuck what people think. I haven't had a publicist in 10 years. You understand what I'm saying? All I want to do is have my own television network, have my own liquor, have my own movies, have my own clothing company, have my own motor oil, and be able to do it when I feel like it. Have my own music company and do it the way I want it, and I want to just be a dad. I don't care about all the other stuff. I don't want to be a slave to that rhythm and be so worried about. I'm not in the business of worrying about what people think. That's not what I'm in the business of. It's a different game. That's a stupid place because that's a place where everyone doesn't even worry about themselves. They don't worry about their kids. They worry about other people, and they live vicariously through them because of lack of their own personal experience. And you're doing stuff. You're too busy to be worried about what somebody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So again, they ain't gonna try to warn me. If Bleak wanted to warn me, if that's how he felt, he should have said, damn, they're about to cut you off. I never got that from Bleak. So if he was trying to tell me and all that, and he thought that was, because I would have corrected him. I'd have been like, brother, there is no cutting me off. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm doing my own thing. You understand what I'm saying? I want my own world. He needs a world where y'all could be, and I can't be in the same world as that because I don't have the same ideals. I need to create my own. But I didn't think it was fair to just be like, yo, I'm not going to go. You know, I don't want them to have Roc-a-Fella because Roc-a-Fella doesn't exist anymore, really. You know what I'm saying? It never did since I left it. Neither does Rockware. Actually, name something I created that I left that still exists.
So do you think that
No, for real. Like all of those things that were going on before, name one of those things that I knew once I walked away from Roc-a-Fella that it wasn't going to exist no more, and Rockware.
So do you
I was like, y'all eat off that shit for the next 3 years, and then it's going. It's on the Titanic.
Okay, so let me ask you this: was it? Do you think it was their plan to make Roc-a-Fella not exist? That's why they wanted to keep it, or do you think that they really thought they could keep Roc-a-Fella going?
They just didn't want me. They didn't want us to have it. Roc-a-Fella wasn't doing bad, right? We had Kanye, Jada, Cameron, and all of those things.
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Roc-a-Fella's killing.
All of a sudden, it just went whack. It just disappeared. Vamoose. I don't know what the purpose of that was.
And so you don't think that was the plan?
But I don't think it was. I don't think it was good for the other artists because none of those other artists were famous enough to sustain on their own. They still needed me to fight for them. So none of those artists had nobody to fight for them now. Look what happened.
Okay, because the reason I ask that is because you got companies like Apple that will buy a company just so they can get rid of the company. You know what I mean? So I was wondering if that was part of the plan.
It didn't matter. It's just that as long as I'm rolling, as long as I'm doing it my way, everyone else doesn't look as cool as me. That's it. I'm telling you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be a businessman in the same room as me because you ain't going to be as cool about it. If I got 500 million, you got 500 million, I'm going to look way cooler with it.
Well, okay. Well, the last question I ask you on that note then is if you and Jay had not fallen out, how do you think your life would have been up to this point? How do you think it would have been different if y'all had been cool together?
It wasn't about being cool. If he would have been cool about me wanting to go do my own thing, because I was cool about him wanting to do his own thing. The question, because I didn't want to do that no more. You understand what I'm saying? Like, regardless of what, no matter what he did, I wasn't in the Jay-Z business no more. I had already moved my shit to Rockware, and I created Rachel Roy. You know, I didn't want to be. I was done with like hip hop and music. They could have that. That was a block they could keep. I wanted to sell a whole other drug. You understand? I was bored with it. I was done with it. I didn't want to see those people no more. I didn't want to see none of. You see how I didn't want to be on the Breakfast Club every week because I'm putting out 10 artists. I didn't want to do that no more. I didn't want to have to do none of it. I hate that game. That game sucks. Those people are not cool. I didn't want no parts of it. I wanted to be indie. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to have more authentic experience. I wanted to be around cooler people. Like, once you get pop, you're not real no more. There's no more. You don't see me running around with people once they get removed from reality. You see me running around with people when they're still kind of authentic. I'm with people with their first album, not their fourth. You understand what I'm saying? That's the experience. It's not for what y'all think. Like, yeah, people just don't understand me. My win is different. Once you get famous, I'm out. You don't see me up under Kevin Hart. You don't see me up under Lee Daniels. You don't see me up under Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
It looked like a bridge is burnt. The bridge is burnt because people are offended because I want to do something different, it seemed like.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Let's